Hi everybody, Mowers and Blowers here on episode 18 of my 1996 Ford Ranger XLT flare side project. So today I'm going to be changing the spark plugs. I got a great deal on eBay. It's only like 12 bucks or something like that. What's unusual about this car is, as you know, it's a 2.3 liter 4-cylinder engine. It's a two-wheel drive pickup truck. What's strange about this is that it doesn't have 4 spark plugs. Okay, there's 4 there. It has 8. Apparently, on this side, it goes in a different sequence of, spark distribution. And after it fires that cylinder, it actually fires again to ignite the emission gases that this engine, I guess, is designed to burn cleaner and as a result, quicker. Better acceleration, better fuel mileage, all that other jazz. But just take a look at where some of these spark plugs are located. I mean, those two seem okay and easy to change. Not that you have that much space, but take a look at that one over there. I mean, there's like a little handle in there to get to it. I can't see it, but it's in there. See that? Anyway, so to be able to get to those types of hard to access areas, I've got all kinds of things here. I've got a breaker bar for those really stubborn ones that won't come out. And you have these swivel short extension types, long extension types. And of course, pliers to pull that, I guess, a guide handle they have attached to it. So these Autolite spark plugs, I got 8 of them. They're supposed to be gapped at 0.044, so you have a gapper here. And basically, there you go. It's already pre-gapped. So once I did that, it stopped, and it's about 0.44, 0.45, so it's right on the money. So these are all pre-gapped, but just to make sure when you take them out of the box, before you put one in, you always gap it just to make sure, you don't want it to be off gap. Now, as you all know also, that this truck never really idled very well. It's improved a lot with me cleaning the IAC, cleaning the EGR valve. As you remember, I also replaced the DPFE sensor. I have cleaned the mass airflow sensor as well. I'm waiting on a new air filter, even though I have already cleaned the air filter. So it does run better than before, but there are times where it may stall, So I had already, before this video, taken out this one and that one. I believe this one's number 1. So I took that one out and I gapped it. It was at 0.60. So I think that the person who either rebuilt this engine or did the tune-up last didn't gap the spark plugs correctly, or not have the proper spark plugs in them at all. So hopefully after I change these spark plugs today, it'll run well, because they're not currently gapped at the right gap, So that could be the problem. Oh, by the way, as you remember, I also changed the PCV. So basically, aside from changing the cap and rotor, I've done a complete tune-up on this car, or will have completed today. So let's hope that this thing works out okay. Hey guys, so I've finished putting in all the spark plugs. It was quite a task, I'll tell you that. There are areas in that engine bay that just weren't meant for hands to go in there, so I had to use every bend and every elbow. But I wanted to show you these plugs that I pulled out of there. In terms of it being clean, it's actually okay. There's not a lot of oil or anything like that, which means that the engine's running pretty well. There's always a little bit of oil residue on the outside due to, you know, valve cover leaks and stuff like that. But I wanted to show you this. What's retarded is the guy had them all gapped like at 0.60 or something like that, you know. So here's the gapper. I'm trying to do this with the camera, and okay, that's where it stops, right? It's like 62, right? I had some that were in the 70s, some were in the high 60s, but nothing below 60. So the guy had them gapped way too high. So the specifications for this vehicle is 44 for a 2.3 liter 4-cylinder. So it had to be around here, which everything was gapped correctly. So I just want to let you know, that's probably one of the reasons why this engine was running, you know, so lean, or whichever the way it was almost going to stall sometimes at idle. So I'm going to go for a test drive now after I've replaced all 8 spark plugs. That's right, 8 spark plugs in a 4-cylinder car at the correct gap with brand new plugs, which is Autolite 764. So I'll go give it a try and see if all is well. So it's been idling for a little while now. It's at 750 and it's not stalling. I'm gonna go for a drive. So I'm taking it around the block and it's idling good. Well, sorry. Second gear now. Good acceleration. Much smoother. It was a pain in the butt though, I'll tell you that. I mean, Ford really designed their engines so that you can not easily change the spark plugs. I guess that's the point, so you'll take it to them, you know? Anyway, changing spark plugs on a Ranger. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.